Hello YouTubers, here is a selection of Icelandic words which can cause some confusion when you're pronouncing them. On the whole, Icelandic has a very phonetic alphabet and very phonetic spelling system, but there are a few elements of some words which tend to cause a lot of confusion, and I'm going to try and outline them and explain them here. Okay. The first example is the double L. Double L is seen in these three words: Sæll, Páll, and Palli. Now the double L, but basically has a phonetic sound. It's more like it's like a DL sound, and the DL is it's said by making a sound by kind of catching your tongue in the left, either the left or the right hand side of your mouth. Just pick a side, and it's like ek. So the letter L in Icelandic alphabet is ek. So you just have to do that. The problem comes when you've got a few exceptions, like the nickname. The nickname of the name Paul is Palli. The formal name is Páll. The nickname Palli, and there it's just a long L rather than ek, an ek. Okay, the second example. These words basically have the same sort of thing going on with the RN. The RN sound tends to sound more like RDN. I'm sorry about the camera focus here. It tends to sound more like the RDN. So when you're saying this, Thor, which is actually the name of the letter, it's pronounced as if you got a little D in it. So Thor, not Thorn, but Thor. And the same with bar, child. You don't really pronounce the N very much because you've got a little D catch in there. Now, with not pronouncing the N much, that happens with a word I'm still not entirely brilliant at pronouncing it, but vat. Essentially, you don't pronounce the T or the N very much at all. The difference comes when you are pronouncing words like vatnið, where you have the definite article. My linguist friend told me that the N is here in Icelandic mainly for use when writing it with a definite article. It's not really pronounced very much at all in the normal use, but with the definite article it is. You have vatnið, two distinct sounds, but vat. Okay. Here we have svangur and svöng. That they are the masculine and feminine versions of hungry. There is a rule, and also the word banki. There's a rule in Icelandic that any vowel that comes before ng there and there, or nk there, has to round itself beforehand. So that happens for any vowel. That happens with a, goes to ow, e. Well, actually, the accented version is actually a formation of je. So that's a bit confusing, but it goes to a, and then what's it? The I goes to e, and u, o, and also here. A, that goes to A, which is it's essentially the same as the AU, A. I, on the other hand, I don't think that actually does anything. I think that just stays as I. So there you have it. So you have, instead of svangur, you have svangur. Instead of svong, instead of svöng, you have svöng. Instead of banki, you have banki. Also note that in the ng, while in English the last consonant, it's essentially just a nasalized. It's essentially just a nasalized sound, like singing. It's just the nasalization of the I there, nasalization of the I. in Icelandic you pronounce the G's as distinct. So that is not svangur, that is svangur. G. Make sure you pronounce the G slightly, and obviously pronounce the K there. Okay, the next example is Guð. I didn't learn this until very, very recently, so safe to say it's probably not in any textbooks. This is a complete exception. The word Guð, which means God, should actually really be pronounced with a V. So just imagine it's pronounced with a V. Guð, like Guðmundsson is a common surname, the son of Guðmundur. What am I doing? Whatever, yes. Guðmundsson is the son of Guðmundur. Here we go. The next one is the Fífl and Keflavík. Note the FL here is actually pronounced more like unless it's initial, unless it's the beginning of, say, flat, then it is pronounced more like a BL or a PL. It's sort of a, I don't know, I think it's sort of a midway vowel. So here, instead of Fífl, it is Fíbl. 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 And that means fool. And Keflavík is a place name. It's the airport of, it's the national airport of Iceland. It's a town that's next to the national airport, rather. Okay, and here we have some easier ones, I suppose. Skál is an example. If you listen to the L at the end, it's more like a softer L that's had some kind of air blown through it afterwards. So not skál, but skál. That happens basically only in the when you have a final single L in Icelandic. It's quite a common thing and contributes a lot, I think, to the Icelandic English accent. When Icelanders speak English, they tend to speak with a little bit of a thing at the end of their letters, and so it's a kind of that kind of aspiration at the end of things. And the final ones, ye and tha. I'm just using these to emphasize the weak G here. It's not yeg, it's ye, and sometimes it's not even pronounced. Sometimes it's just ye. And then tha, you don't really pronounce the ev very much here, so it's not thav. Unless you want to be really, really, really precise, it's a tha, or sometimes just even tha, especially if you're speaking with rapid speech. If there are any more examples of words that you find confusing to pronounce, just let me know, and I'll try and let you know how to pronounce them. But yeah, that's basically all the examples where the pronunciation might be a bit confusing. If you're just looking at the spelling and know most of the pronunciation rules, these ones could stand out as being obstacles. Thank you for watching.